Productivity won't fix you if you hate yourself. You're not unproductive because you're lazy. You're unproductive because you're fighting a war with yourself. No system or hack can save you from the war you created inside your own head. You keep thinking a new productivity method or system will fix your life, but nothing changes because deep down, you don't believe you deserve success. The real reason you can't stay consistent isn't discipline. It's the silent belief that you're not worth the effort. You don't have a productivity problem. You have a self-worth problem that productivity is trying to cover up. If you secretly hate yourself, every productivity method becomes self-punishment, not self-improvement. In this video, I'm going to explain why you procrastinate out of fear and shame, and why constantly trying to be productive is actually making this worse. I'll give you the exact mindset shift that makes action and life effortless, even if you've secretly hated yourself for many years. This is an extremely powerful way to get to the root of the problem once and for all. And I'm going to give you one very powerful question which will help you let go of this internal resistance. So like many, I believe that self-help, discipline, willpower, pushing through, motivation would actually fix my life. But no matter how many more systems I learned or how much harder I pushed, I always felt like I was failing. And the big realization I had, which has been so helpful, was that productivity wasn't the problem or the solution. The issue was the relationship I had with myself and what I was trying to avoid. You think your life will finally start once you become productive. But what if the real reason you can't start is because you've never felt worth showing up for? You're not procrastinating because tasks are hard. You're procrastinating because you judge yourself before you even start. This creates an enormous internal pressure. Here's the part no productivity guru ever says. You can't build a productive life on top of a broken identity. The foundation collapses every single time. I tried every system, nothing changed. Because my issue wasn't discipline, it was my identity. It was how I viewed myself and what I was running away from with all of the productivity and the chasing and the outcomes. Because my issue wasn't discipline, it was my identity. And yet I see a lot of guys trying to push through with all of the motivational advice on YouTube, yet they never get to this root issue, this root cause. So being productive, discipline, willpower just gets you stuck in this loop. You think all of those things will somehow fix you, yet it's that running away which is the problem in the first place. You're not facing the real issue. Every task felt like a test of my worth. If I fail, it proves I'm not good enough. Your brain isn't avoiding work itself. It's avoiding the shame you expect to feel if the work isn't perfect. So this internal pressure comes from avoiding what you said you would do, because you think that if you don't do it properly, therefore you're a failure. So your self-worth is attached to this outcome. And because you're avoiding this internal pressure that you don't want to feel, the thing that you're running from becomes the source of pain. So therefore the work itself isn't just about the work itself, it's a source of pain, it's linked to your identity. And if you don't want to face it, it becomes too much, it becomes overwhelming. And that's why you might bounce between times of immersive action and then times where you just don't have the motivation. And because you're not taking action, you're self-attacking, which is adding more to the internal pressure, which means in turn that it's even harder to start again. So the work then becomes more than just work, it becomes a massive source of pain. That's maybe why you are bouncing between large periods of action and then large periods of no motivation, apathy, not being able to face anybody, staying in, self-attacking, self-loathing. It's because you're putting too much pressure on yourself for the outcome. The outcome is now attached to your identity and your self-worth. So there's just too much riding on it. There's too much pressure. Productivity wasn't the problem. My relationship with myself was. Every task felt heavy because every task came with pressure. So everyone's saying just work harder, push yourself, motivation, discipline. But nobody's talking about what it's like to carry this shame into every task. And by shame, I mean the belief that on some level you are not good enough as you are, and that somehow this productivity is completing you. And when you have the identity of someone that always fails, it becomes very difficult to act because you on some level believe that you are going to fail. Before I carry on with the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. because I'm sure that more people need to hear this type of content. It's going to help a lot of people. So like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, back to the video. Your brain only avoids tasks that feel unsafe. And if you hate yourself, every task becomes dangerous. Why? Because you've been unconsciously linking the outcome to how much you like yourself. The outcome isn't the problem. The reaction to the outcome is. Your reaction to the outcome is. You're not scared of the work. You're scared of the judgment you'll place on yourself if the work isn't perfect. If you believe you're a failure, every task becomes a threat to your identity. So of course you avoid it. Your brain is trying to protect you from the pain of confirming your worst beliefs about yourself. This is how fear-based and shame-based procrastination works. Here's the shift. Productivity becomes effortless when you stop trying to earn your worth through output and you start showing up because you already have worth. You are no longer acting from fear. You are reinforcing the identity that you are good enough in the first place. You take action because it's who you are, not because you are trying to fix who you are. When you stop treating these tasks as a test of your value, you will stop procrastinating. Because of that change in perspective, this overwhelming pressure to perform will drop. You've been trying to discipline a version of yourself you don't even like, and that never works. How to actually fix this? Fixing shame and fear-based procrastination starts with fixing the relationship you have with yourself. Not through hype, not through willpower, through honesty and courage. Step 1, identify the feeling. So just before a task that you feel like you don't want to do, some kind of project, some kind of goal, or maybe something simple like cleaning your kitchen, notice the feeling that you're trying to avoid, that you don't want to sit with, that you don't want to be with. The first thing you need to do is just locate that feeling. Step 2, sit with that feeling for 5 minutes. Start to notice the resistance you have to feeling that feeling. The problem isn't the emotion or feeling, it's your relationship to the feeling itself. So firstly, locate that feeling. Then notice how much you don't want to feel that feeling. That's the resistance. That's the key. That's what you're looking for here. You have to get curious about how little you want to actually feel that feeling. That's the resistance to feeling the feeling. The feeling itself isn't a problem. Step 3, lower the resistance with one question. Ask the feeling, what do you want me to know? What are you protecting me from? Tell yourself the truth about the fact that these feelings can't actually hurt you. Their job isn't to hurt. Their job is to warn you of impending threat. This threat no longer exists. It's something that got conditioned into your nervous system at a young age. Once you understand that this feeling is simply just trying to keep you safe, then you will drop resistance to feeling it. Just asking this question can be life-changing, as it will free up a lot of energy you are using fighting yourself. So you locate the feeling, you notice how much you don't want to feel the feeling, and then you ask the feeling, what do you want me to know? What are you protecting me from? And you have to have this sense of curiosity about the feeling. Rather than thinking the feeling is against you or fighting you, you have to see this feeling as something that's serving you. Notice that the feeling is working for you. These emotions are working for you rather than against you. They're not there to hurt you. So the approach to the feeling is the key. This will free up so much mental energy. You'll feel lighter, you'll feel more productive, you'll be able to take on tasks so much easier. The more you do this, the more that you'll spot how much you're avoiding doing what you want to do in life. How much these internal triggers, these feelings of shame and avoidance, are actually distracting you, knocking you off course from doing the thing that you said you wanted to do. So one last recap. Locate the feeling. Notice the feeling in your body. Notice how much resistance there is to feeling the feeling. Ask the feeling, what do you want me to know? Know that the feeling, the emotion that you're trying to avoid feeling, is there to help you. It's working for you rather than against you. Get curious about this feeling. Okay, I hope that helps. If this has been helpful, please like, share this video anywhere you like, and comment and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about what I just spoke about, internal triggers and not being distracted and sticking to the thing that you said you would do, watch this book review of the book Indistractable. I highly recommend it next. Anyway, see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much. Goodbye.